What do we observe about these Skittles?
That they're different colors.
Good. What else do we observe?
That they're orange, yellow, purple, red, and green.
Do you notice anything else about them?
Durian.
He's helping sort. That's fine. What else do we observe about Skittles?
I have no idea. That we can eat them.
Well, yes, they are. We can eat them, but we're not eating them right now. Do we notice anything about their shape?
Circle.
Are they really circles? Or kind of circle?
Kind of circle.
Kind of circles. But not fully circles. All right. Well, you know what? I wonder what happens to Skittles if they get wet. Have you ever wondered that? You've never wondered what happens to a Skittle when it gets wet?
I have.
You have. Great. We're going to find out today. So our next step in the scientific reasoning cycle is...
Let me go up.
Okay, let's look and come back. So we checked our chart. And the second step is?
Plan and predict.
Plan and predict. So we're going to plan an experiment and then predict what's going to happen. Okay, so next step is plan and predict. We made a plan with these Skittles. We put them on a plate of, kind of a plain color plate so we can really see what happens. And then we have some hot water that we're going to put in the middle, and we're going to see what the hot water does to these Skittles. And now I told them that we're going to use hot to start with because heat speeds up reactions. And we can learn that more later, but right now we're focused on what happens if the Skittles get wet. William, what do you predict is going to happen when the Skittles get wet?
Water. They're going to change to white.
The Skittles will change white? Mm-hmm. What will happen to the color, do you think?
Turn the water color.
You think the water's going to turn colors when we do that?
Yeah.
Darian, what do you think? Do you think do you think like brother, or do you have a different thought? What will happen when the Skittles get wet? Don't be touching, please. Just wait.
Hey. Water.
The water. What will happen when the water goes on the Skittles, do you think?
Do you think the same as me?
Do you think the Skittles, the color's going to come off the Skittles and leave the balls of white?
Then the water change the color.
The water's going to change colors. Okay, so let's do it. Since the water's kind of hot, I'm going to pour it. You guys move. We're going to move into the third phase of the cycle, which is...
Let me go.
Okay, you go look.
And absorb.
What are we looking at over here? We're looking at my computer monitor, which is not showing up on the camera because there it is. Act and observe, the scientific reasoning cycle. And we got this cycle through Rachel and the Tree Schoolers scientific reasoning episode. It's great. We like it a lot. Here we go. So next, we are going to act and observe. Act, we're going to put the hot water on the Skittles. Observe, we are going to see what happens. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, I see something happening.
Orange?
The orange. What do you see is happening with the orange?
They're turning the water, the colors.
The colors are coming off the Skittles, or we're turning the water colors?
We're turning the water colors.
Yeah, we are.
We're right.
You were right?
Yes.
Wow. So we observe that the water is changing color, that the Skittles are putting their color into the water, right? Okay.
This is really fun.
So we're observing this. Then we move into our next step, which is report and reflect. Oh,
Report and reflect.
Report and reflect. So here we are. We're going to do an oral report today, meaning we're going to say it instead of just writing it down because we're recording this. So we report that when Skittles get wet with hot water,
the color turn, the Skittles colors coming off and going into the water.
okay. So this time we can reflect on that. This time we used hot water.
Let's do it with cold water.
We should try it with cold? I agree. We should definitely try it with cold water.
I want to do it with the sweet and sour.
Oh, you also have a question about what happens if we use a different kind of Skittle. Like if we use a sweet and sour Skittle, or if we use a wild berry Skittle, right? Yeah. So I think we should do experiments like that. What do you think? Okay, so before... Oh, hey. You can't be eating the samples. So, what we should pick one thing at a time to try. So, should we try... Yeah, we're going to change one thing. So, are we going to change the water temperature, or are we going to change... Oh, look at that. Hey, that's a good observation. Pick that up. Let's see what's happening on the bottom. Look at that. What do you observe?
White.
It's white, just like you predicted. That the color came off the Skittle and into the water, and the top part that didn't get wet still had its color. Okay, so when we do our experiment next, should we keep the same Skittle and change the water temperature? Or should we keep the hot water and go with a different kind of Skittle?
Keep the hot water and go with a different kind of Skittle.
Okay, we can do that.
Yeah, it's fun.
Let's get that experiment set up, and we will do it again. Okay, so we came around to the scientific reasoning cycle again, and we came up with a new question. We wonder if the sweet and sour Skittles produce the same or different results when using hot water as the original Skittles. And so our prediction on this, what do you predict, William? Will it be the same? Will it be different? What do you think?
The same.
What did we predict? What is the same? You predict that
That it will change color again.
what will change color? The water or the Skittle?
The Skittles.
The Skittles will
Will turn white.
turn white, and the water will
Turn color.
turn colors. Scarian, do you think that's what's going to happen, or do you think it's going to be something different?
That will gonna happen.
Okay, so here we go. Hot water again on sweet and sour Skittles. Okay, we're observing.
I see it.
You do? What do you see?
It's happening.
What's happening?
The water is turning the colors.
Yeah, so it is.
Wow. Yeah. It did the same.
So it's the same. Huh. Neat. Let's watch the colors, the water in the middle. Let's see what's happening. Let's observe that.
Hey, I'd like to look at the bottom of one.
We will look at the bottom of one in a moment. Right now, I'm kind of watching the pretty of the water going toward the middle. The Skittles leach more and more color.
I'm watching.
Look at this rainbow effect that's happening here.
It's the rainbow effect.
Well, it's just the dye moving toward the middle. It's just pretty. Carry in.
I looked at the ball.
You looked at the bottom, and what did you observe?
That it was white.
That it was white.
Me too.
Huh.
White.
Yeah. Neat.
Wow.
Yeah.
I actually turned blue.
Yeah, you turned blue, didn't you? That the colors came off on you.
Oh yes, but I got them off.
Yeah. Okay. So, what do you think?
That was great.
That was fun. That's neat. We noticed that hot water does the same thing even if we use a different kind of Skittle.
Yeah.
Should we try it with a different temperature or a different
a different Skittles, the wild berry now.
You think we should do the same experiment with the wild berry? Do you think something's going to change if we do it with the wild berry?
Yep.
What do you think's going to change if we do it with wild berry?
The water.
Hold on. The water will change, yes. Let's try. We will try a whole new experiment. We're going to try the wild berry with, what do you think? Should we use really hot, boiling hot water, or should we use cold water?
The same water as this one.
You think we should do this again? Okay, hold on. So, William, you just made an interesting observation about the different kinds of Skittles. What was that you observed?
That the water was gonna change color. And
I was talking about the Skittles themselves in the different bags.
Look.
You said all 3 kinds of Skittles have red Skittles, right?
Skittles. This one's connected.
What else? What else do you observe?
This one's connected.
Those ones are connected?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Let me try to break them apart.
Okay, go ahead.
There we go. Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay. You observed that 2 of the bags had pink Skittles, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Just a fun observation about our different samples here
I'm trying to.
as we set up our experiment.
I can't.
All right.
Equals
Oh, and
Skittles.
just for any parents out there who are concerned about sugar intake, no, we are not going to consume all of these Skittles today. We are going to, of course, take a few because what's science doing Skittles without getting to taste some? But we are not going to taste all of this rainbow. That would be way too much sugar. So, anybody concerned about sugar intake, if you're not, we're not going to eat it all. Simmerin, science.
Science.
Good girl. Gary, and show us how we sign science.
Science.
Oh, good try. William, do you remember science?
Science.
Yep, we take our thumbs, point them in the middle, and we circle them around each other.
Science.
Science. So we have poured our hot water on our wild berry Skittles, and we await to see what happens.
I see the colors. It's again.
Again, look, it's the same thing. So can we make a pretty solid reflection that if Skittles get wet with warm water, they are going to turn the water colors, and the colors are going to come off the Skittle? Is that a pretty solid prediction?
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty solid reflection that, yep, that indeed does happen. Oh, Garion, pick that up. Let's see. Is all the color off yet, or is it still got a lot? Oh, it's coming off. We can see that it's coming off, but it's not all the way off yet. Oh, we can see that more of the color has come off of there because it's been in the water longer. Ooh, the red one. Yep, we can see that some of the color is coming.
Green.
Yep, we can check it out with all the different colors.
Pink.
Ooh, we can do a fun color experiment here too. What happens when we mix the different colors together?
Purple.
Yeah, that purple is kind of an overwhelming color on the plate. It's going to turn everything kind of a muddy purple color if we spread it all around.
The pink isn't.
Yep.
Maybe. Red. It's coloring off the red.
Nice.
I'm coloring it.
There we go. Now we're making a sticky mess, and that's fun too.
I colored middle.
Here's a napkin. You're welcome.
I colored the middle.
Yep, and we spread the colors all around. Ew. Okay, guys. So we have reporting and reflecting that Skittles wet with warm water turn the water colors, and the color comes off the Skittle. Should we try something with? Should we try a different temperature of water?
Cool.
We should try it with cold? I like that plan. Let's do it. Okay, we have got our experiment set up again. Ready to go. This time we're using a mix of all the different kinds of Skittles because we know they all respond the same way in hot water. So now we are going to try it with cold water. For anybody wondering, we got this experiment from the YouTube channel, The Dad Lab. He has preschoolers at home, and these are one of the experiments he's done with them. We just jazzed it up to make it even more scientific. Oh, hold on now. We're going to leave that water there. We're going to use this cold water in our water filter that comes straight from the refrigerator, so it's nice and cold. And we are going to see what happens when we use cold water. Ready? Here we go. Alright, so we poured the cold water directly onto the plate. And now we are going to observe.
It's changing the colors. The water's changing color.
It's the same?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it happens exactly the same. Cool.
Let me eat this one.
Yes, you may eat that extra one. You may have one too, Rue.
I have like these three.
Yes, you may have that one, Gary and William. No more. You've had plenty. Let's see here. Whoa, look at that. Look at the pretty colors we got going on. So we can record and reflect that it is the same when we use hot and cold water. The Skittles are going to leach their color into the water and turn white themselves. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we can look at the art part. Look at the colors that are in there. Don't mess with them, don't touch them, just watch. Watch what's happening.
Oh! It's getting whiter and whiter.
Whiter and whiter? What?
Getting...
Oh, wider, not whiter. Don't play with the water, we're just watching to see what happens. Oop, our table keeps getting bumped because we have wiggly bodies, and that's okay, it happens. But we're watching the colors swirl toward the middle. And we can look and just enjoy how pretty it is.
Can I look under one?
You may look under one. Oh, the color came off. You can look under one, Owl. Put it back. Oh, that's Hedgie getting into the glass recycling. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yep, the water's coming off of there. Or the color came off of there. Alright, don't touch. Let's watch. Oh, Daddy's rescuing the Hedgie from the glass recycling. Rescuing the glass recycling better from the Hedgie, actually.
Oh,
Yay! Whoa, look at it moving toward the middle. So why do you think this area over here is more pink? And then this area over here is more like green and red and yellow. What do you think, Seth?
Because this side has more pink Skittles than this side.
Nice. Good.
It's changing.
Changing. Oh, no, Gary, no thanks. We're just watching. What do you think's going to happen when it all gets in the middle?
It's all going to be gone.
Oh, the white of the plate will cover it up. That's a good observation.
Yep, it is.
Yep, it did.
Yay.
Neat.
This looks fun.
Okay, yeah, that is neat, but don't do that with your hand, please, because that'll make just a sticky mess.
I need them back in.
Okay, let's get you guys cleaned up. Ooh, now what happens when you touch it? It tastes sweet because it's all sugary water. And what happens when we swirl? Ooh, watch what happened when you swirled it. As we can see, each experiment we do leads to more questions. We reflect and we observe and we ask and we predict more things. Actually, this time we didn't predict, we just acted because, hey, we're kindergarten and preschool and that's what we do. We can try again another day with more scientific reasoning cycle, which is, the 4 steps again are to observe and reflect.
What?
Oh, that's our last step. That's step 4.
Look, it's
And then
changed it.
first one, oh, I forgot. This is awful.
Look.
Hold on. So we remember that step 1 is we reflect and ask. That's why I had the word reflect stuck in my brain. Then we plan and predict. We act on that plan and we observe what happens. And then we report and reflect. Which of course leads us to asking more questions and the circle goes on and on. Hope you enjoyed our lesson in science today. Great day. This is the Wallace Academy signing off.